Hey everyone, welcome back to another episode of Gold Prospecting at Home. This is episode number 125. My name's Shane, and before we start the show, I want to thank all my subscribers, Patreon supporters, and channel members for supporting the show. And if it's your first time here and you're interested in gold prospecting, metal detecting, yard sales, mushroom foraging, you name it, any kind of treasure hunting, I release a new treasure hunting video on this channel every Friday, and daily videos on my woodworking channel, Klesh Guitars. I'll put a link below for that if you're interested. And one more thing, there's scammers in the comments using my name, my logo, saying please contact me. That's not me, guys. I would never contact anybody for any reason, so please don't get scammed, just so you know. All right, let's get into today's video. So today we have some gold pay dirt from a local GPAA chapter. It's called Foothills Prospectors, and it's the Colorado's best pay dirt. Let me show you what it looks like. I purchased this at a gem and mineral show recently at their booth, and I know Jason, so he's like, hey Shane, I'm like, hey man, how you doing? And he had pay dirt there, and I was like, of course I'll buy some, right? So they have a Facebook page here, Foothills Prospectors, and I am not a member or anything like that. I wish I had time, but I would like to promote them. And it looks like their posts are updated. Like this is May 1st. Oh, look at this. There's a Klesh Guitars pick right there in one of their gold pans. That's awesome. But yeah, definitely check them out. I'll put links to them down below. And honestly, guys, I just got sick of doing pay dirts on this channel that were so terrible, and I knew they were going to be terrible before I started doing them. This video is not about ROI or nothing. This is specifically to promote Foothills Prospectors. That's pretty much the only reason. I don't care how much gold is in this. I'm just doing this as a favor and a promotion, right? So anyway, really, I don't know too much about this. I did check out their, let's see, right here. They're on goldprospectors.org. And some information here for anybody watching that's in the United States. There's about 30 different states that have different chapters for gold prospecting clubs. So if you can see your state there and phone number for that chapter, definitely check it out if you're interested. What else we got here? There's a this is like the only this is basically all the stuff I could find online about Foothills Prospectors. So I like their organization motto. It's not what you find, but the adventure of finding it. Like that is exactly what I always say all the time. So anyway, let's go over to the pan station. Oh, by the way, this costs $30, and I got a free pan with it at the booth. They had different size bags. This is the $30 bag. They had smaller bags. They had bigger bags. I picked something that was like mid-range. So let's take this over to the pan station. We'll chop it open, and we'll take a closer look at it. Okay, here it is. The Foothills Prospectors Colorado's best pay dirt, $30 bag. Let's take a look at it in a pan. Great. Okay, let's open this thing up and take a look inside. So the first thing I'm noticing is a little vial, Colorado's best pay dirt, and down inside, honestly, kind of looks like the Home Depot play sand, but let's pour it out and get an even closer look. I'm gonna go ahead and actually use this pan to do the panning, but you know what? Before we do anything, let's go ahead and season this pan up. It does look like it has a little bit of wear and tear. Just gonna add some gravel to it. Alright, just a quick little seasoning job there, just to make sure I don't lose any gold on the slick factory surface of any new gold pan. We'll go ahead and pour this out and see what it looks like. I did look online for you guys. I could not find an online vendor, so as far as I know, the only place you can get it is at the gold shows, at the GPAA club maybe. But if anybody from Foothills Prospectors has a link for me, I will pin it to the top comment so anybody else can get some if they want it. All right, so it looks like play sand with black sand added. I can see the black sand in there. It just looks like regular sand with black sand added. I'll go ahead and we'll take the magnet and we'll try to remove all the magnetic material first. And then since it's dry, we can do that. I don't think we have to classify because it all looks pretty uniform in size. There's no real big rocks or anything. So we're not going to classify. And by classify, I mean, well, you know what? Let's just do it. It's not going to hurt anything to go ahead and classify. It only takes a second, but it'll probably all go straight through. Most of it did. There's a little bit of bigger stuff. So there you go. Plus and minus kitchen strainer size material. We'll go ahead and run a magnet over it real quick just to see what kind of magnetic material's in it, and then we'll get the pan. Okay, in order to remove the magnetic material from this Paydirt, I'm going to use a really strong neodymium magnet on the end of a nut driver here. And also that's going to be inside of a silver dollar tube. Now the reason I want to remove the black sand from only the fine material is because the whole purpose of removing the magnetics is because the magnetic stuff is always usually the most heavy part of the Paydirt besides the gold. So when it comes to panning out the really fine gold and there's all this black sand mixed in, it becomes more difficult. So if we can remove that before we pan, it makes everything a lot easier. So we'll go ahead and remove it. I think I'll do that one more time just for fun. That was pretty cool. All right, great. That's quite a bit of black sand. Okay, here we have our plus and minus kitchen strainer size material, plus all of our magnetic material. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and pan out the big stuff first, and the only reason is because I can actually see a nice gold picker right there. It may be the only piece of gold in here, but we'll pan it out and we'll see for sure. You could probably see better on the camera than I can see with my own eyes. So let's go ahead and bring over Crusty Rusty. I'll add some water and some surfactant. This is just jet dry. It breaks the surface tension of the water so the really small gold can't float away on top of the surface tension. Alright, we'll pan this out in the pan that we actually got directly from Foothills Prospectors. As you can see, it pans out very easily. It's very light material in contrast to all that really heavy black sand. I can tell that this is basically like play sand with black sand added, which is a nice touch. Yeah, there's a few pieces of gold in there, more than one. Yeah, there's a bunch of flakes in there and a couple pickers too. I mean, dude, for $30, it's actually some really nice gold for 30 bucks. Again, not that I'm counting ROI, but I mean, I've paid $50 for bags of Paydirt and haven't gotten this much. And we haven't even gotten to the small stuff yet. Alright, the small stuff here again, it's just like play sand. We already removed the black sands. It should pan off extremely easy. This is certainly not river concentrates. Alright, so now we're getting down about halfway through the finer material. We're getting into the heavier stuff. You can see it's darker and it's not panning off as easily as the top half. We'll zoom back a little bit. Yeah, at this point I'm actually going to take my time here. I'm not going to go crazy. I don't want any gold to go off, to fall off the pan. As you can see, I just wash the top layer off, bring it back, stratify, and repeat until all that's left is the gold. Alright, cancel that, what I just said. There's a lot of black sand in here that was not magnetic, so therefore we have to pan it back. So I'm going to leave everything in the pan, and I'm just going to slowly pan it back like this. So keep your eyes, especially in the corners, usually is where the gold will show up. Alright, I know there's no gold down here, so we'll rinse that off, re-stratify, and do that one more time, maybe 2 more times. Yeah, there is some gold in there. By tapping the top of the pan, it bumps the heaviest material to that direction, so that's why the gold pops when you tap the pan like that. Yeah, there's definitely some nice gold in there. Look at that. 30 bucks plus this. Wow, that's pretty good. If anybody from Foothills Prospectors is watching, definitely message me, let me know, leave a comment where I can send people to purchase this if they want. Yeah, that's awesome. All right, I'll grab that with the snuffer bottle. By the way, if anybody wants snuffer bottles, gold panning kits, anything like that, squirt bottles, I sell entire gold panning kits on kleshgold.com. All right, here's all the gold together. I'm gonna do the final cleanup here. We'll dry it out, we'll weigh it up, and we'll get a value on it. That was pretty darn good. 0.644 grams. And we're going to call it 24 karat purity because you can resell natural placer gold just like this to Paydirt vendors like myself. If you guys have natural placer gold and you want to sell it, go to kleshgold.com, click on the sell your gold button. I'll send you a free quote and you can sell me your gold if you want to. All right, let's see what this gold is worth. Today's spot value for 1 troy ounce of gold is $1,833.27. Okay, it says Colorado's best pay dirt, $37.96. Now, first of all, I know you guys are probably thinking, sorry about the microphone. I know you guys are probably thinking these guys are affiliated with me. They are like local, super local. I actually know the people in it. We went to the Facebook page. It had a Klesh Guitars pick right there in the thing. I promise you, I went up to the vendor. I pulled a bag out that I chose, and this is what we got. We got, I wasn't looking for ROI, but we got over 100% ROI. We actually made $7.96. That's pretty darn good. Unless it's a bonus bag or something, I've never seen a pay dirt like this at all. So, Foothills Prospectors, you guys have a website and you are selling this stuff to the public, let me know. I'll link it down below. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, let me know. And in the comments, let me know what you thought. And I'll see you next week or on the Daily Channel tomorrow. Thanks for watching. If you're still here, you're one of the 42% that haven't left, so thanks so much. And also big thanks to all my Major Credit Patreon supporters and channel members scrolling right there. And also, if you enjoyed this video, you're really going to like the other ones linked here, so definitely check those out, and I'll see you guys on the next video.